I'm a revert, and I've learned the entire Salah through the guided Salamat.
That means every single time I pray,
The person who taught me gets the reward.
5 times a day, from Fajr to Isha.
Sponsor 10 people for just £100 today.
Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. The Patriots of the UK are not happy, ladies and gentlemen. Christmas is upon us. However, Tesco has done the cardinal sin.
We're going to start with the latest from Tesco.
It's the latest, ladies and gentlemen, and it's from Tesco.
I think a lot of you at home are going to be quite annoyed with this. Now, Tesco, the big supermarket chain, appears to have got rid of the famous Christmas trees, instead renaming them evergreen
trees.
You like the way they both said that in synchronization, ladies and gentlemen? Haha, you get a bit of a vibe with GB News, as well as the hate, bit of a laugh, bit of a giggle. Yeah, and then, of course, the anti-Muslim hatred.
There's the evergreen tree.
Here we are. So if you're listening on the radio, these are pictures of their boxes of artificial Christmas trees without the word Christmas on them at all, instead calling them evergreen trees.
I.e. calling them by the style of the tree, yeah? Because we know there's different types of Christmas trees. You got the pine tree, you got the Nordman fir tree. There's loads of them. And a company has decided that they want to go with the brand because it's obvious it's a Christmas tree, but they want to go with the quality of the Christmas tree. That could be one reason, of course.
This in the commentary online, as you can probably imagine, is saying, this is Tesco gone woke. What are they doing? How dare they? What's wrong with cancelling Christmas? Even though it's November, of course. Why do you call...
What? I didn't get that point. It's November, therefore... What? Of course, things get sold before Christmas. Kudos to GB News here, because they don't seem to be frothing at the mouth like Daily Mail and some of these other guys that I'm going to be showing you. These guys seem to be taking it, jovially.
Call them evergreen trees. Can't you just call them Christmas?
Just call them Christmas trees. I call them Christmas trees even outside of the time of Christmas, if they look like...
Yeah, she calls anything that's green and that's pointed a Christmas tree, ladies and gentlemen, yeah? Kudos to you. But, ladies and gentlemen, one thing we need to realize is that shops, brands, companies, they don't have morals, yeah? They don't care about a particular religion. All they care about is profit. That's the only profit they follow. The PROFIT. And here, I'm guessing that they sat around a table and they said, Christianity is on a decline, frankly. And people don't follow Christmas because of its religious reasons. Because let's face it, it's not like Jesus used to sit at home underneath a chimney waiting for some fat bloke to come with some wooden gifts. So it makes sense from a business point of view to say, you know what? Most people are now beginning to celebrate Christmas not because of its religious element, because of its consumerist, materialistic element. So why don't we include those guys as well? But what you'll have these guys, if you look at the comments, it goes, so what's Father Christmas going to be called? Muhammad. Just jumping to the Muslims that yes, it's because of the Muslims that Tesco has decided to rename the Christmas tree. What a jump, ladies and gentlemen. Now, anything that is seen as a reduction of Christian values in this country, even though it's got nothing to do with Islam, nowadays people just don't care about the evidence. Why? Because, hey, why not?
Christmas tree, I call them a Christmas tree, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And the Conservative leader of the London Assembly, Susan Hall, she's told The Telegraph, it's Christmas. It's a Christmas tree. People don't tend to put up green plastic fir trees for any other reason. It's all stupid nonsense about offending other people and other religions. Well, below that, this is supposed to be a Christian country. We have Christmas. Let's celebrate it, says Susan.
That's fine. You celebrate Christmas as much as you want. However, there was one point of contention in there, which is that it's a Christian country. We know statistically most people are not Christian in this country, number one. Number two, if you actually look at the law in this country, it's a secular law, not based upon religion. Yes, traditionally it's a Christian country, practically, would you say that the rise of LGBT is Christian based? Of course not. If you ask Muslims, we actually prefer this country to be more in line with its Christian values than say its secular liberal values. That's what we think. But again, that doesn't go with their plan, yeah? Cast the Muslims as the enemies, and then whatever happens, then we ignore the real people in power, actually causing harm to this country, actually sucking us dry, wars in Ukraine, wars in the Middle East, AI and chatbots taking over people's jobs, property prices too high, but no! Blame Bilal over there.
And Tesco as well. The Christmas trees are called luxury evergreen trees. What the is wrong with Tesco? That's it for me. I'm not shopping there again, bunch of tossers. What the is wrong with this country? Should be proud as we're a Christian country and we celebrate the holiest day of the year, Christmas. I mean, I don't, because I think it's for many years now, it's just been a commercialisation of celebrating.
What an absolute clown. After a 30-second tirade, effing and blinding, the guy goes, yeah, but I don't celebrate it. Yeah, it's become commercialized. Well, genius, isn't that the exact point? That people are frothing at the mouth because they don't call them Christmas trees. But if you actually look at the people that are going to turn up at the churches, it's negligible. People that actually believe in the doctrine of Christianity is negligible. People that actually feel that Christianity is practical in the 21st century is negligible, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we realize why Christianity is declining, but rather than focusing on the actual things that matter, the theology and the actual creedal inconsistency, let's just blame the fact that Tesco's got a halal section, or less than 1% of the population in the UK are wearing the niqab, or that there are Ramadan lights on Oxford Street. That's what's actually causing the decline in the UK. What are you going on about, mate?
More bloody products that we probably don't want, and eating far too much anyway. But Christmas is still Christmas, and to call it...
Wait, why are you frothing at the mouth of products then being sold in the name of Christmas then? The video's an absolute contradiction. Let's go to someone else with more than 2 brain cells. Imagine it would now appear even Christmas trees are offensive. But that's a jump. How do you know that's the reason they changed it? Because, if I'm not mistaken, look over here. Yeah, they've changed it back again. Yeah, look. Oh, wait. Look, underneath it says Merry Christmas. It says Merry Christmas. Yep. The company cancelling Christmas is wishing you Merry Christmas as they're doing it. Look, this was the one I wanted to show you. Tesco apologizes and turns the signs back to normal. And they've given it, and they're putting the half price thing up as well. There you go. Their marketing has worked. Of course they're going to change it because you've given them free promotion, and the more people are turning up and going, wait a minute, it actually says Christmas here. No, mate, I might as well buy it. Let's see what this guy's saying.
Looks like Tesco ain't selling Christmas cake now. What the hell's going on? Wait till you see what fantastic name they've given Christmas cake. Tesco Top Iced Fruit Cake.
This is hilarious. I genuinely get the feeling that Tesco is trolling these individuals. Yeah, that is actually funny. That is a Christmas cake. There you go, Tesco Top Iced Fruit Cake. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, yeah? My theory still stands, which is that certain areas are dominated by certain cultures and certain religions or whatnot. It's not that Tesco is cancelling Christmas. It's that once you call it Christmas and people aren't celebrating Christmas, like personally, if I go, I'd go, you know what, I don't know about that cake. I'm not that familiar with it. So I'm just not going to buy it. So if they just call it iced fruit cake, I'll be like, yeah, so, all right, I'll go with that. So they're opening and casting the net wider and increasing their customer base. I just think it's clever marketing, to be honest.
The stable, the donkeys, the 3 wise men. For one day, this will all be myth and fairy tale.
What are you waffling about, mate? That you can still say, yeah, 3 wise men went past the evergreen trees and went to Bethlehem, where Jesus was born, which is Palestine, by the way, where you have a genocide taking place. And the final point that I wanted to make, even if you look at the online mainstream apologists of Christianity, David Wood, who admitted to beating his father with a hammer, and lately, allegedly, it's come out that he had relations with a child. Not only that, on camera, he was seen chewing the Quran and spitting it out. Then you got Sam Shimon, the person who didn't turn up to yesterday's debate with Muhammad Hijab, and who is being accused of graping somebody. So this is the state of Christian apologetics, graping and fiddling with kids, allegedly. So is it any wonder people are feeling disconnected with Christianity? Let's leave it there, guys. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.